Oh boy, what is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? This is your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned in to Christ and Crypto. It is the live stream today. Whew. I just ran up the stairs because I had to make coffee. You guys join me tonight on this live stream, and we are talking about bulls and bears and IMF and I don't know, all types of things. And I'm in a trade right now, just a small trade, watching this pump. Boy, have we had XRP just rocking and rolling, or is it just me? I think we've been moving. Let me pull this up to see if anybody has joined me so far to see what is going on in this live stream that we just kicked off. There we go. Oh, we got sound in there. So we've got MD Coffee, please. Yes, absolutely. I got a nice little espresso machine down there. Excuse me. And it's that evening coffee, and I don't know. I'm trying to become some kind of coffee barista, if you will. Man, today is gonna be. There's so much information out here today, guys. Like, not only has XRP pumped 51% plus since I talked to you guys last, and I kind of took the week off and just waiting to see for things to play out, and I kind of want to play the last video for you guys real quick.
Buy the double bottom this weekend and let's go.
Cara de anjo e a mente maldosa, salada, gostosa. Vai sentar com força com essa raba cabulosa, maldita, perigosa. A cara de.
All right, so the reason I just played that for you is, as you can see this date here, that says, well, follow me first off. Follow me on the TikTok at New Creation Capital, but January 29th. I said buy the double bottom this weekend and let's go. January 29th. January 29th. Where were we at on January 29th? Let's see here. So I posted that around, I was swimming, and that was, I don't know, around probably noonish, which looks right about here. And I said to buy the double bottom. And then here we go. Down it goes. Whoop. Went to 58, creating that right here. So we had the move, came on down. This is where I told people to buy that weekend. The 30th was Sunday, as it always goes. And since that, 40%. Ooh, that's fun. That is fun. 40%. I'm sorry. That's exciting because I don't really do this. I don't say people subscribe to the chat or, my little Telegram group to secret whatever people do, right? I just do this for fun. What I see in the charts, just here to educate people, talk to you guys, show you guys what I see, what the Lord has gifted me with. And one of these things is this space, right? That's kind of why I'm here. And today we've got an interesting show. We're going to talk about XRP, the road to $10. We're also talking about the road to 50K for Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Joe Rogan, the IMF, XRP, XLM, and CBDCs. And I'm not going to do all this quickly. You know why? Because tomorrow morning, that's what we're going to talk about. Starting in the mornings, guys, I'm going to start doing some live streams. So in the morning, I'm going to start getting up early before I get the daughter ready for school. And I'm going to live stream. And we're going to live stream. We're going to do our news. We're going to kick off our stuff. And then we'll still have our Monday night, Wednesday night live streams. It's normal. But I want us in a position where we can start our day off before the equities kick off. Because, I also trade like equities. Not so much. More watching the NASDAQ and some other Forex. But really, NASDAQ in this space, guys, basically follows crypto, except recently You know, people would say XRP followed Bitcoin, except recently, which would be as of today. We might have a little bit of decoupling. MD says 60 cent off that double bottom. Man. Let's see here. Whew. Look at that. That's 52. When we got to 6, it's 39. And we're still rocking and rolling, guys. I think this whole extension of this move specifically, where do I have us here? I think it's here. Yep, I have us at 87 here is my target. I don't want to bring up my actual trading, but I believe our target's going to be the 702 before we actually turn around and reject, but I think the top of this target's almost there. We're almost at the full extension of this move. Even if you look back, and you guys kind of see here, and zoom out. This is on the 3-day chart, you know, and I like to do, you guys know I like to do parabolic curves, so don't pay attention to all of this. I just kind of like to see where everything is meeting, and what normally when you see my curves here, whenever I have this, if it breaks those curves for me, it's a short setup. I like to short and long the market just personally. So for me, I look for short setups whenever the candles break below my parabolic curves. That's just for me. I also look for short setups when the 50 on my fib breaks, right? However, when the 50 longs as well, that's also a good thing. If the 50 holds, you can long that. And so again, this is a 3-day chart, and this is for the overall move from capitulation. Okay, so we had the 1, 2, 3 move down, 1, 2, 3 ABC here, correction off the blow off top back in early March 2018, and then back in mid around what, second quarter, third quarter, beginning of third quarter. Is that third quarter? September? Yeah, because October, November, December. Okay, end of third quarter, right around that time. Yep. You had this little pop here, kind of similar to what we're having right now, but this went from 26 cents to 76 cents. Now, why do I bring this up? One, that's where this fib is drawn, that capitulation pop, because then it brings us down to the low 11.5 cents, which we had on the COVID March 2020 bottom. Now, why do I bring up that? Because we just broke out of that 1-to-1 of this overall capitulative move. Meaning, we're on our way to $10. Now, I'll break this in a little more detail for you later and tomorrow. I feel like I need to keep drinking. The more I talk, it feels like the drier my throat gets. Whew, that's good. So, we just broke out of the 76 cent range, and that's where that can pitch. So, we're now trying to do that. So, I 100% expect us to come back and touch 75 to 73 cents before we really take off. But you can see breaking through this is a big deal. Not only did we hold when we came back to touch 50%, right? And that's what that breakout was to 189, when we almost touched $2, right? That's what that breakout there was. That was to try to flip the support. Now, this is on a long play, so we have to flip this whole section of support, which is 50 to 75 cents. We have to break that. And so that's where it is the golden pocket here. So what I find interesting is you see all my parabolic curves lining up right in the golden pocket in order to break that point, or that 76 cent area, which is our 1-to-1, and we're just working our way up to the next spot. So if we're on our way to $10, our next big resistance on this chart specifically is not 1.618. Just a little different here, as I like to do it. So since we're not looking at the lower numbers right now, we're going to move this, and we're going to move this to my 0.5 because I'm a fan of the 50%. Then I'm going to get rid of one of those. And we're going to create another little golden pocket right here. At the same time, we're going to get rid of that 618. We're going to make that a 2. Go ahead and turn that white. And I'm still missing my 1.236. So we're just going to create it for us there. Now for me, these are my levels, things I want to see, things I look for, fib, just kind of how things react, right? And so I've been in this market since, I don't know, 2016. And I've taken this last 2.5 years to really deep study the movement of markets with Fibonacci specifically. That is what I focus on. I focus on the Fibonacci. So the retrace, the extension, just kind of the move and how it reacts to these levels. And, not only, BCB is somebody I've watched, right? But there's been other things that just caught my eye is when I was learning about the space, I noticed there were people who would use this, the wave count Elliott waves, right? And I was like, okay, Elliott wave makes sense. And I see the wave counts. And so I began to study Elliott wave theory, where in order to really understand Elliott wave theory, you also have to get and understand the Fibonacci extensions and retrace tools to use those. For me personally, anyway, I know other people use things, but for me, my goal was to, instead of be good at a lot of different types of trading styles, was to be good at one trading style. And that is this for me. And this is what I've done over this last 2 years of this bull run, and towards the ending of this bull run, if I use this whole time to study and learn and try to master this art, trying to put in my 10,000 hours of work on this. So that is my goal to do. And so I use this. And what I see here is our very next is our major one is going to be 91 cents according to this. 91.2 is a pretty big deal. Now this is on Bitstamp. This is not even a KuCoin or anything. But here you can see, and now the exchanges are slightly different because you got your liquidation wicks, either liquidation shorts or longs, depending what we're seeing. And I am looking, I'm taking a look at the charts real quick just to kind of see where we are over here. Okay, I've got screens galore. So we're having a little bit of a pullback. Now we're going to go down on a 5-minute just so we can see this. Okay, now this pullback here to me, where are you at? I'm too far out. Let's adjust this so I can see what I'm doing. Because this was made for the 12-hour chart, so that's way out there. So we're going to zoom in just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and go in here. All right. So you can see our reactions here. Okay, you can see right here it's going to react to the 50%. Now when it stays on the 50% right here, okay, normally if it breaks above that area, this is always our next target. As you can see, it held support. It quarreled up under here, broke above, tried to maintain support on the 50. Now these are 5-minute candles. So this is from 12:30 last night, okay, until right now. So this is, I don't know, 12, 18 hours worth of candles right here, working its way out above, on top of this 0.5, which is 78.2 cents. Okay, then firing up directly to the 618, which is 83.77 cents, directly to that spot. So that after this back test, which I'm expecting to come back down here and test this area, which is the 0.702, is going to be our major reactory. Now, what I mean by that is we could still get a shot up to, now I know that says 101, right? So you're about to have a lot of confluence in this area, because on this major all the way back to August of 18, you're going to have 91.2 cents there, and then over here you're going to have 87 cents to 101, with 92 being almost in the middle. So this is going to be an area that's a lot of confluence to be careful, and it's going to be choppy. But once it works itself out of this area, oh boy, look out. So we're going to zoom back into the 8-hour candle real quick. And again, this is the capitulative move. This one is from December 22nd. So right now, we have held above the 50% move for December 22nd. That's what we are trying to hold. So I believe on this chart, this is KuCoin, right? This is where I do some day trading at. So I use this as the KuCoin chart. to come back to test 78,263. If it does, or when it does, I think there's a pivot in that area too. Let me look right now, because if so, I'm going to fix. Yep, there's a pivot. Let's see here. I'm looking. Where'd that pivot just go? Want to pivot at 71. Here we go. Your weekly pivot is 78.09, which happens to also be the 50%. So I am looking at this area right here of 50% support. Okay? Not 50% support. As the support line, this is what we are looking for right here. Okay? This is what you want to hold. 78 is going to back test and test 78. Now, if it breaks down and it comes down to 72, which I am looking for, which would be an amazing entry, because it has not back tested the 0.32, has not back tested this area yet either. So I would not be surprised to see a false hold, a come back down, and it would look like this. After that nice little move. And then we're going to see if this fits at all. I would love to see this. B, C. Just like that. I know you can't really see that. And we're going to set this because that is not a super millennial. That is an intermediate cycle. Okay. Now, the question is, though, do we have one? I think, well, yeah, this looks like 1, 2. That looks like 3, 4, 5. This looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I am seeing right now. Hey, what's going on, Dragonfire? Good to see you. 1K XRP double 10x is $1 million. Yes, sir. 1,000 XRP doubled 10x is $1 million. Oh, if you 10x that, yeah. And here's the crazy thing. The setup is there. I gave the signal, right? I said it was coming. I've been saying and waiting for that price. Excuse me. And trying to be patient. And that's your key, is you really, really, really want to be patient. You want to be patient for these things. So XRP looking for a pullback right here. 78 to 72 cents. I'll shoot out a message on this later. And then we have Bitcoin, which Bitcoin is doing great as well. You see here, it ran on up. I have a target still of this move. Let me double check. I have that here, but that measured move might not be. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That measured move still has me sending at least Bitcoin going up here to $47,000. And if I look, what is this? Oh, look at that. That's the 50%, 46.7 right here. So that would work itself out. So Bitcoin, my friends, I believe is going to range here and then fire on up like I believe XRP should be doing here soon as well. Firing up and finishing its move to, what did I say, the 702, which, oh man, I just showed the wrong one anyway, which was 87 cents. So that would make sense. So here we go, because you got a possible 85 is. So I have major different areas of things. So that's why I tell people be careful to not overtrade. But I'm looking for confluence because I'm going back and forth on these things. So when I'm showing you these charts, it's not like, oh, look at this and look at this. It's more of what am I seeing on different lower time frames, but then again, overall move. Because when you see here, the 4618, 84.7 is the full move on the 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. But when I go over here and I'm looking at the 3-day move, I'm saying major resistance on a 3-day scale, right, is 91 cents. But then I come over here, I'm on the 8-hour chart, right? I'm looking at the 702, which is 8 to 4 to 12 hours. This is like my middle time frame chart here. I am looking at 87 cents. So depending on what you are trading, how long you're trading, and where you're going, that is kind of how I look at the trade, right? Is your trade 4 days? Is your trade 2 hours? Is your trade 5 minutes? Is your trade 30 seconds? Is your trade 2 years, right? We all have different types. So when you hodl, I have a 4-year, 5-year, 6-year trade. I also have a 10-minute trade today I also have a 3-day trade I have, right? I have a NASDAQ trade open right now. that might, for me, be a 30-day trade. So it all depends on what chart you're looking at and where you're going. But this is what I see happening for XRP. It could be here, or this could extend to here, and then we repeat it like this. And then it's a little more violent. So it's there to probably like something like this. Maybe. I'm not, I just don't see. See, here's my issue is by my own rule, the 50 cannot fail. So what you can see is, and this is always tricky when it comes to the way down, and I'll tell you why it's tricky coming on the way down, is let me see here. Okay. We have, hold on 1 second. So, okay, that's so much easier. Man, when I take these headphones off, whew, it makes my ears breathe. Let me see here. Okay, so the thing is, this thing could fire up here, and then it could do something like this, right? That would make more sense to me. 100%. Again, continue to fire up to 87, right? The 702. And then after that, then we're going to have this kind of correction where it breaks down, then breaks up like this, then continues all the way down. And I wouldn't be surprised if it came back to here and then grinded its way back up like this, right? And that would make more sense for me. So up, down, come all the way back to 65.9. But as long as this holds, because that's 4, right? That's finishing this, and that's just a long ABC down, and it could come 5 waves down, right? Just like that. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming down, following these 5 waves up. And that's what I could see there. Now, that's so much more comfortable getting this off. What's going on, Bullish on XRP? How you doing, my brother? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. It's good to see all you guys, man. I love when we come kick it here at this area. By the way, before I move on to the next section, which is right now, this is a thread that I am going to go over because this is breaking news. And this is kind of the stuff that I can take this off now, why I do this, that I'm going to go over tomorrow morning a little bit in more detail. So just so you guys know, this is what we'll be going over. There's a new IMF document release that this guy, Citizen of the Future of Blockchain Theory at Utility Theory, broke down. And I found it myself. So this is where it is. I'm going to break this down more tomorrow. We're not going to break it down tonight. I just want to celebrate the fact that XRP shot up today. I'm not going to do a lot, but tomorrow we're going to talk about the rise of the digital money, a brave new world, which we knew about with XRP 2017. We definitely talked about when she spoke at the Bank of England conference when she was the IMF. Christine Lagarde was the IMF director. But this new document that came out on January 26th kind of goes with some other stuff, and then the whole Russia might invade Ukraine thing. We'll deal with that on another day, right? But this is what we're going to talk about tomorrow morning as we see that. So don't be afraid. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Because that's what these things are, man. CBDs are telling you. We're going to talk about Joe Rogan tomorrow, right? So that's why this is in the title, because tomorrow, starting tomorrow morning, we're going to start that and kick that off. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'd like to be your morning host. And I think I'm going to 8:30 maybe. I was going to try to get it going like 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. Maybe we'll slowly get earlier. We'll see kind of audience gets. But I know that my audience, you guys, I feel like on the way to work in the morning. That's when we need to talk. that's when you need to know what is going on in this space. You want to hear what's going on with Bitcoin. You want to hear what's going on with the equities. You want to hear or not hear what's going on with Joe Rogan, right? The IMF, CBDCs. That is where this is going. So tonight is a short night. Just want to celebrate. We're looking at a finish move here to 47, I believe, for Bitcoin on this specific move. Shoot to 47.22. Follow that with XRP shooting to 87 cents. That should rack this up with a correction coming on down either at 78 cents or quickly double tapping to scare everybody to falsify that feeling, which I would not be surprised. Now, I can't get it till I can actually do a measured move, because once I can actually do a measured move on a fib extension, then I can get a good idea. But as you can see here, just like that, if I was to do a measured move and kind of mash this up, if it moved like that, we'd be looking at a back test to the 3236, I believe. 66.69 cents. So I would not be afraid to see something down there. A quick wick just to build liquidity, to fill those orders for these people who are longing up here to knock them out. So that's what I see. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. Today's been a wonderful, wonderful, crazy, crazy day. It's been a crazy day. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, man. XRP last 7 days, 36%. You guys watching? Shiba Inu. Whew, look at you. 55%. Are you guys watching? Follow me on the TikTok, yo. I appreciate you. Hit me up on the TikTok. I do some of the daily drops on there. Play a little piano for you. You know. We do some fun things. Quant has hit its first target, which is resistance at 155. So we're on our way. But tomorrow morning, guys, we're going to kick it. We're going to get it going. I'm not going to do things like promote my book, Learning to Love in the Wilderness. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say buy my book. Please. I'm not going to say that. I am going to start getting to the place where we give things away again, though. It's time to give away some crypto, man. Super Bowl's next week. So I think that's it. I think we're going to call it a night. I'm going to go relax, prep for tomorrow, and see who comes and hangs out with me. I hope to see you guys. If you're brand new, hit the like button, subscribe for me. Do the crypto Christian thing. I appreciate you all. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Super soon. Bags are packed. They're heavy. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into some real things in the morning. We're going to look at the equities market, and we're going to stream, and we're going to try to do a new morning show. Because that's where I think we're going to go. That's how I feel. I appreciate you guys so much. You are so wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yep, that's it. See if I can find a scripture before I roll off. I'm going to pull this open and see if I find something. Oh, man. This is intense. Look what I just opened. I'm going to read this real quick, and then I'm going to go. He had a son, DeMarco, who passed away. This is an excerpt from the book, by the way. He had a son, DeMarco, who passed away when we were young. He had an asthma attack while playing basketball at the YMCA. Once when Adam was holding me in the air, choking me by the way he was gripping my neck with his right hand, DeMarco was hanging on his arm and trying to get him to let me go and stop hitting and choking me. I never saw Adam strike DeMarco. He seemed to save all his energy for me. On Christmas morning when I was 9 or 10 years old, I remember waking up and having breakfast with my mom and Adam in the kitchen. Adam said, "Go to the newspaper out of the front room and give it to me." As I walked to the front room, I saw a bicycle by the tree. I thought, that bike isn't for me. I grabbed the newspaper, brought it back in the kitchen, gave it to him and sat down. No more than 60 seconds later, he went into a giant rage and threw the newspaper across the kitchen. "You are an ungrateful kid and you don't deserve anything." He went to the front room, took all my presents from under the tree, including the bike, and threw them into the dumpster. He came back into the house and walked straight into my bedroom. He grabbed my big blue toy chest, dragged it out of the room, through the front door, and threw it into the dumpster. That is the only Christmas I can remember from my childhood. Whew. That's an exit from the book. This is real. But it's not your past that defines you. It's what you do with your future. God is good. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Till then, later, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.